All right, this pit stop is all about making sure that you're protected, whether it is your home, whether it's your vehicle, your family, making sure that you are covered. So today we're out here in the Englewood area, right off of West National Road, here at this Allstate facility right here, headed by Mike Hilde. And now you actually may remember that name. He retired from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office about 10, 15 years ago. And so we're going to be talking a little bit more about what you need to know when it comes to insurance, and of course the way to get started. I understand it can be a little convoluted, but listen, we want to make it really easy for you, okay? We want you to also remember this number right here, because if you're not covered, we want to make this very easy. We also have this in the post, but 937-836-3300. I want you to go ahead and write it down right now, but again, it is also in this post. And the thing is, if you actually call and you learn more and you have a qualifying quote, all that good stuff, you're actually going to get a free $20 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. This is their gift to you as part of this pit stop deal right now, where you're going to be able to get this gift card right here just to make sure that you have that peace of mind. That peace of mind, you know, your vehicle is covered. Anything that is near and dear to your heart, making sure that all of your hard work towards getting those assets, the home, the car, are all taken care of. So let's go ahead and talk to the expert himself. We already have him hanging out inside the lobby. Mike Hilde right here. How are you? How long have you been here at this location?
We've been here like 4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, I mentioned this out here outside a moment ago, but people may recognize your face. So you actually retired from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, I was with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office for 18 years.
180, right?
Yeah, it's really different. Yeah, no one's shot at me here. That's good.
That's a plus right there. So so we're talking about insurance, and the thing is, I know a lot of people, myself included, can get a little overwhelmed, a little convoluted when we start talking about insurance. Why is it important to you to make sure that this process is very seamless and easy and accessible for people?
Yeah, well, I mean, we try to really break it down and make sure. So we kind of have a saying here. It's like, you can pick whatever you want for your coverages. We just want you to understand what you're picking. And so you're the boss, but we're going to make sure that you understand every facet of your insurance policy, because a lot of people, when they call us and they're with other companies, they don't understand what they're paying for. And I know before I got an insurance, I didn't know what I was paying for. I knew that I paid my policy on time, but I had no idea what the coverages meant. So it's important for us to like educate the customer and like make sure our clients know exactly what you have, because we never want that phone call that says, hey, I thought I bought this, or I thought this was on my policy. It's really important for us to make sure that you understand exactly what you're getting, and you make those choices.
I really resonate with what you're saying, because it's like, yeah, I get the bill and I know what I'm paying, but it's like, what am I paying for? And, you know, as my dad would always say, what are you going to do for me? That's what we grew up hearing all the time. And so, you know, you guys really are focused on the educational aspect. What is probably the biggest question that you guys get over and over and over again?
Well, I would say it's about it's definitely coverage questions. I mean, on the auto insurance, people just don't have and I didn't, so I can't really, fault them. But I mean, just the basic definitions of what your coverages do, and like, hey, do I need this? Like, if like this relative is living with me, like just things that are like little nuances. Because I think, some people do have a basic understanding of the premise of insurance and how it works and all that. I definitely didn't before I got into it. But we just want them to understand, like, we answer those questions for them and make sure they understand exactly, what's covered, what's not covered, who can be on your policy, and explain about insurable interest. Like, you can't insure something that you don't own. And so we get that question a lot. So that's probably one of the most prevalent questions that we get.
And I know you guys are working around the clock. As we take a look around your office here, just in the lobby, I mean, really, you guys have been on the phone constantly, making sure that you're answering questions, making sure that people are, you got a high. So, who
we got Alex over here in the corner.
Okay.
And Jessica here.
Okay. Who do we have back?
Josh, the leader of the customer service team here, and my cousin. Oddly enough, we're first cousins. So yeah, he's. Yeah.
Never work for family. But the one thing I really love, as we were getting ready for today's pit stop, you were saying, what you do is you want to make sure that you have a solid team. You have a tight-knit team. And obviously, I'm sure that comes from your law enforcement background, because you have to have people that are working together to really get the job done.
They're fantastic. And honestly speaking, everyone here, I always tell people when I interview them, I'm not going to stand over your shoulder. I'm not that guy. Working for, the sheriff's office, a paramilitary organization, it's very structured. And this is more like here. To be here, you have to be like a self-initiating, kind of a self-starter. if I have to stand over your shoulder, you're not the right person for the job. They just really care about our customers. All of our agents and we spot check, each other's work and stuff like that. But they all care about our customers, and they're really here for the same reason, and that's just to take really great care of our customers here. So
and you really are dedicated to helping everybody here. So we're actually going to just take a look around, because you've been here for just a few years now. Really a beautiful space here at the same time. But I want to talk a little bit more about just the process that someone's going to go through to making sure that their possessions are taken care of. Obviously, their home, making sure that they have the auto insurance, and of course, making sure you do life insurance as well.
We do life insurance, yeah. Financial, retirement plans, life insurance, pretty much the whole. Pet insurance, you name it, we do it pretty much. So you can insure your dog here.
And real quickly, I just want to go ahead and point out again, because I think it's so cool that you really did a 180 in terms of career. I did the same thing, and it's here you have right here some of the badges and some of the things that you've acquired over the years. And over here you have this little case that has a lot of memories. And I really have to ask you this question, because this is a 180 of a career shift, but what is it about this line of work, making sure that people are taken care of, that keeps you going every day?
Well, it's just a different way to help people, and honestly here, like I've seen the impact, and I think as a police officer, I definitely felt the impact of being working as a patrol officer and helping people. Here, it takes a while, but once you see the other side of it, when somebody has a claim, or for instance, the tornadoes that came through a few years ago, and it was like I had over 350 claims during that time period from the 18 tornadoes that came through Dayton, and you really see the impact that because you start getting text messages or phone calls, and people are asking like, hey, do I have this? Like, this just happened to me. Do I have this coverage in place? Yeah, I remember, like Bob, we talked about that, and we talked about it, and you said you had a finished basement, so we put some good coverage on your basement, and so that's the impact that you have here. It's just making sure that you're protecting people's things, because your home is your biggest asset that you're ever going to own, and you have the most money tied up in it. So it's really important to make sure that that asset is protected. We want to make sure that we want to protect all facets of your life. You buy a new home, we want to make sure that you and your spouse buy a new home. We want to make sure you can stay in that home with life insurance. And so if something happens, one of you passes away, we want to make sure that you can stay in it. If you have a basement flood, which is pretty popular this week, of course, we want to make sure that you've got that appropriate water backup coverage and that you're covered like you should be.
Now, I really want to talk about this as well, because there's somebody out there that is seeing this video and they're like, okay, I have all these different questions. Can I insure this? Can I do that? But the thing is, you guys are trying to make it really easy. So let's go ahead and talk about this again. A $20 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings. And so you're offering this to people to really help them get started. Tell me a little bit about that.
And who doesn't love B-dubs, right? Everybody.
What's your favorite wing sauce, real quick?
I think teriyaki.
I do love the teriyaki, but you can't go wrong with the classics. If you like some mild, some medium, some hot. My next question is: Are you a blue cheese or a ranch man?
Oh, blue cheese.
Oh, my kind of guy. All right, cool.
Team blue cheese all the way.
Team blue cheese all the way. Anyway, now that we're done talking about salad dressing, let's talk a little bit about this. How does somebody get one of these?
Well, they just have to call and have get a qualifying quote. Meaning, if you have like something really serious on your driving record, and we wouldn't be able to quote you, then that doesn't really qualify. But if you qualify for a quote, and we would be able to give you a legitimate quote or whatever, we will send you a card. We're happy to do that. And honestly, we have such a great following. Referrals are by far the best side of our business, and that's where we obtain most of our business from, just from our clients who trust us to send their family members and their friends, and so it's really important for us. So give us a call. We would love to help out. We'd love to send you that gift card, and who doesn't love B-dubs?
Again, Team Blue Cheese over here. We're going to start wrapping up here, because I know that you guys are super busy out here. As we take a walk over this way, I want to make sure that people have all the information that you need, okay, to give you a call, so they can know that their home is protected, their vehicle is protected, their family is protected, and among many other things, because you say you guys cover a lot. So again, if you call, you're going to get this $20 gift card if you have a qualifying quote. And let's go ahead and help people know that number, write it down, commit it to memory, so they can make sure that they have that peace of mind, because there's nothing like having, as you said, your home, your largest asset, kind of just hanging there in the balance. You don't want that. So
and so our number 937-836-3300. We have 10 agents working here and one that works remote, and so you always get somebody when you call. I'm committed to that level of customer service. You don't get a voicemail. I'm not out hitting golf balls during the day. I'm actually an insurance agent that works 10 to 12 hours a day. The old insurance agent joke about being on the golf course and that, but they'll get to you right away. My rule is you get the quote back the same day, so you'll know for sure if we can help you. So.
I can really tell that you truly care about everybody who walks in these doors, that gives you a call, everybody that you make sure that they're protected, they're insured, and again, making it very easy for you. In this post, we have Mike's number right there. You're either going to talk to him or any of the other agents in here, so make sure you give that number a call. And again, if you have a qualifying quote, a $20 gift card to BW3s. Do we call it BW3s anymore? Buffalo Wild Wings. We were saying, like, when did we start calling it BW3s? Because I don't see that anywhere on here. But
right.
I'm still confused to this day about that. But it doesn't matter. The wings are great. They have great food, and they're great people here at Mike Hilde's Allstate Insurance Group. Again, right here, established 2010. You've been at it for a while. You know what you're doing. 15 years. Give that number a call. It's in this post. Make sure that you are covered, and we'll see you on the next pit stop.